Shalom, our dear friends, and welcome to Parasha Vaeshev. I've been saying that every parasha of Book of Bereshit shows formation of Jewish ideology and the foundation of Judaism. And this week is no exception. Actually, it's one of the most important aspects of Judaism will come out, and that is how we are gonna be toward the world and other people. That foundation is laid in this week parasha. So the word Vaeshev is to settle, is to retire. And Yaakov argues to himself that, you know what, I've been working so hard all my life, running, going here and there. I've been dealing with some tough people and had all kinds of issues. That's enough. I have enough wealth. I have my family. I have my children. Why don't I just settle? And that's it, retire. And as you see, everything that unfolds, Hashem is telling Yaakov there is no retirement in this life, because this is the word of Asiyah. Kabbalah argues that there are 5 kind of olamot, words. The lowest part is the word of Asiyah, the one that we live in. It's a word of actions. And we are born to do here. And so retirement is not a Jewish concept. So how do we make retirement kosher? Just separate the word. Retirement become retirements. Put a new tire and get going and going. And that's what you see is going to happen to Yaakov. But the main parasha, the point of this parasha is rivalry between brothers that ends up selling Yosef to slavery. So the parasha begins by saying that Yosef is a favored son. After all, Yaakov is thinking, I love Rachel. I wanted to have my love expressed through her, and the first son with Rachel is Yosef. It is the personification of my life. And so he gives a special attention to Yosef. He buys him this very expensive jackets, which is the whole story by itself, that how special you are, Yosef. And brothers become jealous and hate Yosef. At the midst of all this, and this is really the foundation, listen to this very carefully, because people don't and they just pass by. But it's very fundamental, the 2 dreams that Yosef has. The first dream is that the nature, the wits in the nature, they're coming down to bow down to him. And when he says that dream to his brothers, the brothers create story, interpret this, and create a story that Yosef wants to be the master, and he thinks that we all gonna be his slave to bow down to him. And Torah says, and the brothers hated Yosef. And Yosef is very smart. He gets it that the brothers didn't like it. Then he comes back and he says, hey, come, I have another dream. But he doesn't come and order them. He says, Shim'una, please listen to me. And what's my other dream is that the stars and the moon, the word of spirituality is bowing down to us. To me, that's what he says. And now the brothers, Torah says they were jealous at him. Finally, the brothers got what Yosef is saying. And listen carefully how the Jewish way of life shapes and form here. Yaakov was thinking that we are going to retire, and the brothers were thinking that we're above everyone else. You saw this in the form of a Shechem. Shechem, they did circumcision. They wanted to join the Jews, but the brothers did not allow that. And now they want to be kind of separated, go on their own way. But Yosef has a dream. This dream is that Judaism is going to go to a new height. What we're going to do in Judaism, we're going to create science. Science, that in this science, we will overcome the nature. The nature that we all seem like we're a slave to the nature, to the cold, to the hot, to the rain, to the drought. Yosef is saying that we can overcome that. We can overcome the diseases. So Yosef is saying the nature can bow down to us in a way that we go above the nature by knowledge. And the second dream, so the brothers didn't understand the first dream, but the second dream that now Yosef is talking about, the stars and the moon, the word of spirituality bowing down to us. Yosef is saying that we even going to go above the word of spirituality. We're going to understand. Many people don't understand what the spirituality means. They think God is a spiritual. God is not a spiritual. Why? Because at the beginning of the book of Bereshit, it says, Elohim creating heaven and earth. Elohim creating the world of spirituality and physicality. So therefore, both spirituality and physicality is a creation of Hashem. Hashem is above that. And that we can conquer both. We can conquer the world of physical and the world of spiritual. And this is what Yosef is saying, that we're not going to sit back. We're going to be involved in history. We're going to take history. We're going to uplift history. And we're going to be through that to be the blessing to the whole world. And now the brothers are jealous of him. And then the events happened. One very, very small thing that many people overlook and they pass by in this week Parasha is when Yosef goes to look for his brothers, it says a man came and asked him, oh, you're looking for your brothers? Who is this man? Where did he come from? How did he know Yosef is looking for his brother? And then when Yosef says yes, this man said, oh yeah, I heard that they're going to such and such a place, go over there. And basically this man, we have no idea who that is. It comes and leads Yosef to go to his brothers. And then from there he's sold to slavery. My friends, sometimes, somehow, someone comes to our life and is an angel, is there to bring us a message. It's great to be living life with an open mind and see everything, not just with our two eyes, but with our third eye of wisdom. And then through that, we're going to see how beautifully Hashem is in every step of our life and leading us to where we need to go. So Joseph is sold to slavery, and then the amazing thing about Joseph is everywhere that he goes, he absolutely does his best. Whether people are watching, they're not watching, he brings out his best, and this is how he goes higher and higher. And he's handsome, so the wife of his boss wants to sleep with him. And she says, look, you have no one here, and you're a teenager. I know you have a lot of hormones, and I want to be with you. Be with me, enjoy, and I'll get you to all the high places. Who would have said no to that? Yosef. Yosef is a man that is committed to do the right thing. That's why he's called Yosef HaSadik. And at every moment, he does the right thing. And when it's hard, he does it. And you know, one thing that Torah says, again, very deep, it says that the wife of his boss, Potiphar, tore up clothing of Yosef as Yosef wants to run away. It is 6 times already Torah refers to clothing of Yosef, from the time that the father got the clothing, from the time that the brothers got his clothing and dipped that in blood and showed their father. And now the wife of Potiphar is tearing up clothing. What is Torah saying? Please listen carefully. I've been saying all along that the most important lesson that Torah wants to give us is that We don't live our lives, we create stories and we live in those stories and we miss life. Yosef is this amazing, great genius, could have been lost in these stories. Because his story was that I'm special, look at my clothing, I put this jacket of royalty. It has to be torn. It has to be torn. Because greatness is not on your surface, it's beyond that. Tear up the clothing, find your true essence. 6 times Torah talks about his clothing, because 6 is a space. North, south, east, west, up and down, that's 6. So in this space of life of Yosef that is created, is a story that I am great. No, get rid of that and be great. Not in the story, not in the surface. Come deep inside and find your greatness there. As Molavi says, to be surat raftei, gum gashtei. Every time that is about the surface is not the real thing. You get lost. That's why in Brit Milah, we call it cutting the skin, kilipa. Kilipa means the skin, the surface, and also means darkness. If you ever stay in the surface, you're in the darkness. And in this week, Parasha is a foundation of how Yosef thinks we, the Jews, need to be involved in the world, bring the science and spirituality and master that and come above that. And that's a gift we bring to humanity. And you see from here that even when Yosef goes to jail, and he should be very depressed, and one morning he sees that 2 people are not happy in the jail. He goes to them to ask, why are you not happy today, as it's supposed to be a happy place? And yes, my dear friends, even in jail, it has to be a happy place, because when your destination is mastering the nature, mastering the world of spirituality, and then from there getting closer and closer to our creation, every moment, everything is a moment of joy. Shabbat Shalom, Happy Chanukah, which we will talk about Yosef and Chanukah, B'ezrat Hashem, next week. Shabbat Shalom.